Yes, it is. But here's the thing. I think it might seriously be me, just because I have so little that I spend money on. Because I straight up do not own a car.
Yeah, that's you save on gas, you save on car payments, and you save on having to pay for insurance. Now, you don't. Do you have to put money into transportation like Lyft and stuff like that?
Thankfully, I don't currently. Because for my Dollar General job, I can just walk down the street to it, and for my game store job, I'm only scheduled for when my friend, who is currently the manager there, the same friend I live with, works, so I just hitch a ride in with him.
All right, so you're making it work.
Mm-hmm.
Paste. Time to get pasty with the link, guys. Paste that link everywhere. Everyone needs to know who I am and how they can support me. Oh God, I bet that's wet from knife saliva. Disgusting.
Don't forget to post it on your Minds account.
That I totally have. Yes, I totally forgot about that shit.
You need to fix that.
I know. I got it. It's on the list of things to do that I don't write down. I forget what you said the appeal was, but I know you want me to have one, and I don't care that much.
Well, it is a free speech first social media platform. And
wait, that's
someone.
bad. I don't know. The last time I heard that, it was like freaking what's it called, Parlor, and then they organized a Capitol riot.
Parlor is Parlor was the main place where all the right wing people landed. I don't even know if it's necessarily extremists, but obviously, since the extremists all got shoved off of all the other social medias, they just went there first. But no, from what I know, Biden's is a lot better, and it has a jury system for rule breaking. So if someone reports you for breaking a rule, it'll send it out to random people who signed up to be jurors on the site, and they'll be like, hey, is this actually breaking this rule?
Okay, so that's a little more controlled. I know not everyone on Parlor was an extremist, because I think Xbox was on there of all things. And the reason I even found out about Parlor was because someone that I follow, that I have a lot of respect for, I think it was Countess, she said she was going to have a Parlor, and I'm like, let me make a Parlor too. So I had a Parlor at one point, but then I deleted it after all that nonsense, because I'm like, oh, I don't need that with my brand. Tonight, we will be drinking Angry Orchard hard apple cider. Like the ponies of old. This stuff, it smells like a beer, but it tastes a little better than a beer, so it's like something close to a beer that I will drink. I like hard lemonade, I think, is a little bit better, but it's not bad. Like, think of just apple cider, but alcoholic. Alright. And now time for a cupcake. Does everyone love my cupcake? I tried to make Jason Voorhees, but I was like, fuck it, and then I did a kitty mouth. It is chocolate! Mm.
That is the cutest cat Voorhees I have ever seen.
Thank you. And I put chips in them. Like, the ones with white wrappers, I put regular milk chocolate chips, and the one with brown wrappers, I put butterscotch chocolate chips in.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, they really kind of melt into the cupcake. But, like, if you're looking for that hint of flavor, it's there.
Oh, if you made any of those with dark chocolate, those would all be mine.
I'm not a fan of it myself, but if you are, I'll make some if you ever visit.
I forget because it was so long ago. Were you one of the people who didn't like trail mix, or was that just Sweetie?
I don't like trail mix either. In fact, I thought I was the person who didn't like trail mix.
Okay, then I might have it backwards.
I don't know how Sweetie feels about it. I just know that Bronny loves it.
Mm-hmm. I shared my trail mix recipe with him a while ago. Don't know if he actually used it or anything.
Alright, let's attack this chat. Charles B says, hi. Was it weird doing a brony debates without Bronny, Miss Heather? A little bit weird because I'm kind of the one that has to take charge, and I'm not used to that in that kind of situation. So it was a little awkward for me. I tried to make my best of it. Ronnie said it went well enough. I thought it could have been a little better because I just wasn't, like, prepared and shit, but it went off as best as it could, I think. Aaron Davis says, I had thought about joining Parlor just to keep an eye on things and see what was going on, but it turns out I didn't need to since there was a Twitter account already doing just that. Yeah, there you go. I hate having to get my
You know
own
what?
news.
That's what I need. I need a bot set up to watch the Twitter accounts of people I care about, so I don't actually have to use Twitter.
Dude, you can design your own bot.
I probably could. Actually, annoying thing, I'm trying to find an apartment for me and my sister to live in, but there's like nothing on the apartment sites around here. It's all on Facebook Marketplace. And I hate Facebook.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Like, the only reason I have an Oculus Rift is because I won it in a YouTuber's giveaway. But as soon as it hits 2023 and I can't use it without a Facebook account anymore, that thing's getting sold.
Oh, dude, I'll buy it off you.
Alright. Do you care if it has stickers with my logo on it?
No. If anything,
Sweet,
like,
free promotion.
if anything, if they look really cool, I'll keep them on there. And if I don't, or if they're old at that point, just get a little rubbing alcohol, take that right off.
Cool.
So just make sure they're in good condition. I was thinking of getting myself an Oculus or some sort of VR headset for Black Friday this year. I always like to get myself something on Black Friday. Self-care.
I usually celebrate Prime Day.
Now, I think I kept my eye on Prime Day this year because I needed something, and I was hoping they would put it on sale, but they didn't. But, so what can
Yeah,
you do?
it completely snuck up on me this year.
Let's see. What else is going on today, guys? I shaved my legs, and they feel so freaking smooth. You guys gotta come and feel this shit. I did cut myself in a few places, but you know what? That's okay. Just feel.
No, stop showing skin to the stream. What will Brody think?
Bruh, look at this skin. It's basically censored because of how white it is. It's shining. It's glistening. I am a goddamn vampire.
You got that off-brand censorship going on right there.
That is just fucking... That is stark. It really is the camera, because I swear to God, in real life, it's not that white. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really fucking white. Let's see. What else? Someone has a Minds account but can't remember. Yeah. I had started making one, but I forgot what happened. Let's see. Aaron Davis says, and I'm now hungry for cupcakes. Come to my house and take some. There's like a whole tray of them that were left over because I had a Friday the 13th party. Last night, I have an 8-movie collection of Friday the 13th. We got through like 3 of them. But yeah, we had ordered pizza, we were eating cupcakes, and, well, drinking some of these booze. I had some of them left over, so I'm having some now. So, yeah, I have plenty. I'm hoping to save them until Brownie comes home so he can eat them. Trusby says, is it weird having the home by yourself? Yeah, a little bit. I'm a little, like, sometimes I get, especially after I watched a whole bunch of scary movies, I was a little on edge, being like, oh, what's that? Is the noises I don't know, what is they? So I'm just like, I just remember to make sure all the doors are locked, and I set the alarm for stay at home, so if anyone tries to get into the house, an alarm will go off, but, you know, obviously I haven't had any problems or nothing like that. I did have to do all the housework by myself today. Gosh, that is a chore, doing a whole house by yourself. Like, I usually, my chores are, like, we'll switch off doing the laundry, whoever just gets to it first. I wash both the bathrooms every week. I help with the kitchen where I can, and me and Bronny kind of attack the pool together. And I also take care of knives and stuff in the laundry room because, you know, she's my cat. I should take care of the messy work because that Bronny didn't sign in for that. But, yeah, without Bronny around, I had to sweep the entire house on top of all that and vacuum all the carpets. And I had to do some of the the pool stuff by myself. I also, this weekend, I had to clean my fish's tank. And Knife just particularly peed all over her mat, so I had to deal with that. And, you know, cat pee smells awful, and it is very bad for you. So I was like, this part of the time, like, oh, God, I'm trying to hold my breath. So yeah, had a big chore day today. I'm hoping to just relax tomorrow. I gotta do my nails and crochet some more, but you know, I'm sure I'll get to it all. Let's see. Mr. Mario said cupcake season. Is it? Is that why those TikToks are getting so many views?
Could be.
Aaron Davis is looking for an apartment as well. Good luck with that. Ugh, I've never had to look for my own apartment. It's weird how much life experience I've gained in the past few years, but still how little of it there is because a lot of it involves other people. Like, I've never had to look for my own apartment because I was living with my family, and my mom primarily looked into stuff like that. And then, like, when I moved out, I immediately knew where I was going because someone already lived there, so I went there with Sweetie. And then after that, I'd never had... Well, I did go house shopping with Brawny a few times, like, you know, just on the website, and he would go to the actual places. But then he got a house, and I just moved out here, and I never had to figure out all the little ins and outs of house shopping. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel lucky that, like, man, I didn't have to tackle that all by myself, but also, like, man, I don't, like, have the knowledge now of how to tackle things by myself. It's weird. Honeydrop says, have no fear, I am here. I feel so much safer now. Charles B says, how do you feel about white chocolate? Pretty delicious. I'm not picky. I just don't like nuts. I don't like dark chocolate, and I don't like nuts. No almonds. I don't know why people like almonds. I hate them.
I think white chocolate's pretty good. I just don't use it in my trail mix because it makes it too sweet.
Now that's probably how I'd like it. I just don't like trail mix. And when I got Brawny trail mix for our trip, I got him like an extra chocolate mix, so it was mostly chocolate, and he goes like, oh my god, there's so much sugar in this. But I'm like, yeah, but it's the only one that even looked appetizing to me.
What part of trail mix specifically don't you like?
I don't like nuts. Like I said, I don't like nuts, and I don't like raisins. So it's just a mixture of things I don't like.
What about craisins?
No, don't like craisins. And I think I tried some recently because we got a bag of them, so I tried one and I'm like, don't like that. Let's see.
So the only part of my trail mix recipe you'd probably like is the dark chocolate.
I don't even like dark chocolate. It's too bitter. I like it sweet. It's probably the only part I consider eating.
You straight up would not like my trail mix recipe.
It's like, okay, Heather, you're just not getting anything to eat. Mr. Mario says, yesterday I got 2 shiny Eevees. Today I got more. I missed that. I missed that today, so I gotta log on tomorrow to make sure I get some Eevees. I saw that today.
Yeah, I didn't get any shinies.
Yeah, I saw the alert today about the Eevee event, and I was just like, oh, I actually do really want to play that so I can get a lot of Eevee candy and stuff like that. But then I worked all day doing chores, and I was on the phone with various members of family for whatever reason, and they got away from me. Charles B says, prefer Jason or Freddy? I'm gonna say Jason. Like, you know what? I haven't gone back and seen The Nightmare on Elm Street, like all the movies, but I will. Because I'm sure they're great movies, but, you know, conceptually and, you know, just as characters, I guess, I like Jason better. He's a bit more sympathetic, a bit more understandable. He's buff. And he wears a mask. He hit all my boxes right there. Way to go, Jason. Let's see. Aaron Davis said, probably have to drive all the way down to Rhodes and to get to Florida. Yeah, sorry, fam. I guess, yeah, by the time you get here, they'll be stale. Mr. Mario says, experts in FNAF, what's the best way to kill animatronics? Burn them, I guess? I think that's how you did it in the games. Charles B says, where is
Yeah, I
Knife
think
currently?
fire's the only thing that works.
Yeah, because you had to, like, release their souls or something. I don't know. Oh, where is Knife currently? Probably taking a nap in her bed. She was on my ass today just meowing at me and being so stressed out. I was considering taking her to the vet again because she's like really gnawing on her back a lot. But I don't know what they're going to tell me because we've taken her to the vet for this before, like at our previous one. And they did test like a skin biopsy and like it wasn't like an allergen or something that, you know, you can treat in a traditional sense. They said it was purely anxiety. And so, like, the vague advice we got was that bring down her anxiety, which you can do in a variety of ways. Like, I tweeted earlier this week, I'm in a weird spot because I buy lavender candles to help my cat with her anxiety. So I have candles that I keep in her laundry room that I light up for a while during the day, so like a nice lavender scent will get in there. I use like lavender Febreze in there. And I sit down with her. Like, you can also just sit down with them, take time for them, pet them, play with them. And I do that as much as I can, but she's still doing it. So you're like, man, I don't know what else to do, because I even got her one of those pheromone collars that's supposed to make them chill. So I'm up a creek. Someone asked, Knife Miss Brawny? Oh yeah, I think she does, because yesterday she was just going around the house after I fed her and meowing, and looks like she was looking around and stuff. I'm wondering if she's stressed out a bit more this weekend because she doesn't know where he is, and because I think she does like him a lot.
Knife's relationship with Brawny can be summarized by one phrase. It's not like I like you or anything, Baka.
In one word, Sundere.
More tsundere than Iron Mouse.
Freaking, she does like Brawny, and Brawny is kind of bold with her and will pick her up and put her on the bed, and like she'll be like, no, don't pick me up, I didn't want that, but then stay on the bed and be like, I actually do want this now. So maybe she likes his approach in her way, or maybe it just stresses her out that's just one small thing changed. Or maybe it stresses her out that I'm around the house and not, like, if I'm not giving her food, she's not happy. I don't know. I can't overfeed her. She's freaking diabetic. Come on. Honeydrop says Heather look into a game called Flamecraft. It's a game with cute chibi dragons. Knife misses her daddy. Yes, she does. Oh, Flamecraft equals Flamecraft. Okay. Mr. Mario asked favorite Pokemon. I like grass Pokemon, typically. My favorite, I always say, is Grovyle. I liked him a lot in the anime. I like Snivy as well. Snivy was super smug and I loved him. How long is Brawny gone till? He'll be back, like, on Monday. So it's not gone super long. Oh, so I should specify, tonight, I am not making a weird-shaped sock. This is a commission from my friend Juanita. We were working on it last week. It's going to be a ferret. And I'm making it very long because I want it to be long enough that she could wear it around her neck. Not like a practical scarf, but like, how long a ferret could be. So it's going to be pretty long, which is why this stream is going to be just straightforward. I'm not going to be doing anything intricate. So as soon as I'm done with the body, I can make it some little stubby legs, little ears, and just sew on the eyes and the nose. Mr. Mario asked, have you played Five Nights at Freddy's? I'll totally admit it, I have not played one of the games. I have purely just watched all of Markiplier's playthroughs and other stuff like that, and like I got really hooked on like Pat's theory videos about Five Nights at Freddy's and other people's theory videos. So like I am involved in every aspect of that fandom except in actually playing it.
Well, I know what your other game you're playing this October is.
There's a few, isn't there? Because I want to play some Left 4 Dead 2. It's that one you wanted me to play, and I just can't recall the name of it.
Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion.
That's it.
Also, did you read that FNAF comment from Mr. Mario?
Which one?
The one asking if you've played FNAF?
Have you... Oh, he said FNF, and I could see down here he specified Friday Night Funkin', not Five Nights at Freddy's. I was stuck on our old topic. I always get those confused, though, because the acronym is, like, pretty similar. It's like FNAF or FNF, FNAF, and Friday Night Funkin' I have played, because that's free and available to play. So I've played a little bit of it. I think it's cool. I'm not good at rhythm games and stuff like that, but I did have fun playing it, and I really like the aesthetic. Honeydrop has a suggestion. Heather, call Brawny and have him talk to Knife. It might help her calm down. I don't know about that. I don't think she understands phone calls. Like, I don't know. Because we had that whole relationship before where, like, we were just talking on Skype before we could live together, and she was there, and she never looked at the screen and really responded to it. I think sounds on a computer or a phone are just sounds to her, you know? I don't think she understands it that far.
Yeah, I tried to call my dog a couple times. She looked more confused than anything. But thankfully she had my sisters to be there where I couldn't.
That's true. Charles says, "Oh, did you see the MLP movie trailer yet, Heather?" And I'm like, yeah, I saw it when it came out. Did you see it, Errol?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty chill movie.
Oh, sweet mother of Celestia, my paycheck is going down the freaking drain.
What are you buying?
I'm looking at Joy-Con shells. There's this one really cool metallic green and purple one. Actually, that's one of the really cool things about the game store job. We can't accept certain things, but depending on who's working, they can just buy from customers directly, and the store's cool with it, since we couldn't buy those things anyway because the system can't accept them. So one thing I'm going to try to do is I'll try to buy broken Joy-Cons from people, and then I'll fix them up myself.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool store you got on board with.
Oh yeah. My friend was practically begging me to work there, like, please, we need a TCG guy. Because I think we've got one person there who knows Yu-Gi-Oh! I know Pokemon, and they still need a Magic person, but I know that if I can get the time with Brody, I can learn at least enough to sort with the cards.
Oh yeah, freaking he loves Magic the Gathering. I'm sure he'd love to teach you and like show you the games he likes to play. He plays Commander. If you ever talk to Josh Scorcher likes Magic too. He plays the regular game though.
Alright. Well, I am on Firebrand's server, so maybe I just need to pester him one of these days.
Let's see. Mr. Mario asked, "Do you like TF2 too?" Yeah, I played it a bit back in my day. I'll play it every once in a while if someone wants to play it with me. Charles B says, "Have you seen any of the memes with Twilight and the regular shirt?" Oh yes, if you've been on my Twitter, I've been retweeting that stuff. It's really funny. I think I made Twilight at the right time too. You know what I should have done was make a Mordecai plushie to go with her. I'm gonna make.
Someone posted a comic earlier of a meme with Twilight, Mordecai, and SpongeBob. And in the second panel, there's a fusion Twilight Mordecai kid. You should make a plushie of that.
Oh my god, I don't want to make that weird little potato-looking thing. I've seen that. I should just like make a bundle, a Twilight Sparkle and a Mordecai plush, and call it the Airplanes bundle, and see how much money that makes.
Is that what the ship name is called?
Well, they call it Airplanes because there's this song that I don't know why, but they put like Twilight and Mordecai to it all the time, and I don't understand it, but that's their thing. I think it's called Mordetwi in reality. You know what I've really enjoyed are the edits. Like they edit together like freaking the episode dialogues and like edit them into the same clip. It's really funny. It's amazing how far people will take this thing.
Oh, shoot. I'm about to send your next paycheck down the drain.
Charles B says, "I was going to bid on your Starlight plushie, but Mama wouldn't let anything from another house into our house due to the virus going around." That's understandable. It's the times. It's the times.
On one hand, I get it. On the other hand, you could probably just put it into an upside down trash can and spray an entire can of Lysol in there.
That's true, but I don't know if you want to do that. You're gonna get it all wet. Besides, you know, I'm not here to push them out of their comfort zone. You do what you feel is best to keep you safe right now. Miss Mara says, "If I could, I would do a mod for FNF with most of the bronies from the Rift. Might do it in the future." I'm sure everyone would love that. Have they done a Friday Night Funkin' mod with like Mordecai and Twilight? They had to have. I think I saw like a picture of it. I don't know if it was real though. I want to see it. It'd be the funniest thing in my world. I need it to happen. My phone vibrated.
It's called Mordecai Magic.
Oh my god. Get me gameplay footage!
I'll do you better. I'll just link you to the mod page.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, there it is! More to Twilight Magic! Woo! Oh. If I could... He already did that. Could we see your Twilight plush, please? Charles B. asked. Yes, it's right here. She's still on sale for a couple more days. I have to check, actually. You know, let me check that right now, so I can make a tweet when it gets close to being closed. I'll close that. How much longer are you on sale for, Twilight? Oh wow, Twilight's only up for another day. So you guys are gonna have to get on this quick, guys. If there's anybody with the ability and with the desire to own Twilight soon, you better get on it quick. So it looks like I'm gonna have 2 things to mail out next week. It's gonna be Twilight and hopefully this ferret. I really like how Twilight came out, especially her hair. Her hair is just straight and simple. And her wings. After I do that one commission for my friend Kuhn to make Celestia, I'm not sure what my idea is next. Because if the auctions have just one person, because so far one person has been buying all the auction plushies because they're the only person to bid. But if that's not working, I should try a different approach.
Well, definitely the first step would be to broaden your appeal, because the larger an audience you have, the larger chance of someone else bidding on it.
Maybe I should crochet from a different fandom. What's good right
Possibly. I mean, the Genshin Impact one I commissioned you for, that'll definitely open you up to Genshin commissions.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that one. Don't let me forget about it. When I'm done with Celestia, if you feel like commissioning me that right away, I'll just get right into yours.
I mean, how much would it cost for me to rush commission it so I could get it to my sister for her birthday?
I will already prioritize it, but yeah, if you want me to work on it non-stop, that's a pretty intricate design. I'll have to look at it again, but I'll let you know. I'm thinking like $50 in my head, but I'm terrible at pricing.
And I'll pay 60.
Oh shit, 60. Fuck everything, let's do it now. $60. Let's see.
Would 60 also cover a handwritten happy birthday card to her?
Oh yeah, I can give her a card. I think I have a blank card in there. I don't think I have specifically birthday. I have thank you cards. I think I have one blank card and some Christmas looking cards. I can always get out and get some. Though. Let's see. Someone said, Charles B said, would it be difficult to make a sea pony plushie? I don't think so. I mean, in concept it seems simple. You just have to do the front half like a pony and then do the back half like a sea pony. But definitely have to look into that. I'm gonna see this freaking mod. How does this work? I've never used a mod before.
I think with most Friday Night Funkin' mods, you're just re-downloading the entire game because of the way the game is configured.
I'm going to like make a series or something, and in the background I'm gonna make a story about a purple unicorn horse or whatever and a blue jay that fall in love. And I'm gonna make it beautiful. let's see. The Charles B says the only people I've bought stuff from before was Spirit and Mad Munchkin. I'm not sure who Spirit is, but Mad Munchkin's pretty legit. Charles B says, do you ever manage to get any more of the margarita drink, Heather? No, but I finished what I had. I might get some more. I usually only get it for like a party when we're gonna have a cookout. That's kind of when I want my margaritas. That one was a little strong. Like, it had a good smell to it and initial good taste, but it was pretty hard on the liquor taste too. So I think next time I might try a different one. They're usually pretty good anyway. Mr. Morrow says I might have an idea. Crochet pieces individually, and when you put together, it would make a big Heather or any other pony. Make a plushie in pieces. Isn't that kind of what I do already?
I think more like they're suggesting more like a combiner plush.
I don't think I get it.
Just imagine like you make each member of the main 6, but they have little extra features on them, like buttons on the legs or something, so you could fold them up and turn them into one big pony plush.
Oh my god! So you mean like Voltron?
Pretty much.
Oh my god, a Voltron plush. That's ambitious. Oh shit. I don't know if I could do that. I'm not that talented. I have a little jingly bell in this thing. Juanito's the first person that wanted the bell, because when someone commissions me, I usually ask them, would you like a squeaker or a bell inside of your plushie? And usually people want a squeaker. But this time someone finally wanted a bell. Miss Mario says, make Heather plushie but with no cosmetics, and you sell every cosmetic pieces individually. I don't know if I could do that because if you notice with the Heather plushie I have currently, and this is about where my skill level is, some of these things, like the shoes, are a part of the plushie. Like, they don't come off. They are designed in it. And I sew on the crown because otherwise I don't think it would stay on her head. The only thing that might be removable is this necklace that I got her, but, like, that's still kind of snug on there, you know? So I don't know.
So I did not know about the squeaker bell thing. Shoot, but I don't know which one to ask for.
Jeez, well, that depends. Like, I think a bell is pretty cute, but a squeaker is awful funny.
Well, here's the thing. Since it's 2 pieces, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm commissioning Klee's bomb and the bag it goes in. Since it's 2 pieces, I could do both. It's just the question of which one goes in which.
You'll have to take a closer look at the design so I can think of it. We were talking a little bit about. I believe we were talking a little bit about Genshin Impact during the Brawny stream the other day. Is it like one of those free-to-play games?
Yes.
Our friend Brian is super into that game right now, I think it is.
Yeah, my little sister's addicted to it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. It didn't.
The only character I care about is Klee.
It didn't really wrap my interest. Not sure why. I was just kind of like, I'm all about that free-to-play stuff normally.
Honestly, for anyone who doesn't know what Genshin is, the best way I can think to describe it is Breath of the Waifu.
Yeah, that's what we said on stream too. It's like Breath of the Wild, but different anime characters.
Yep. I think I first heard that in an 8-bit drummer video, and it just stuck.
Because it's just accurate, man. must make long noodle. Oh, Bronny made me ramen. Like, I picked up ramen specifically because I was like, Bronny, I want you to make me a big, delicious bowl of, or like plate of ramen. And he did. He made me this plate of ramen, and we had like some scrambled egg rice next to it. We had these like strips of steak. Ah, it was delicious. I like it when he cooks me them foods. Hey guys, give me your opinion. Does Spoon's tank look clean? Looks clean, right? This box of white. Spoon, look at the camera. Spoon! Hey, he's too busy licking his gravel, being like, hey, where's all the gross debris that I like to suck on? And I'm like, I sucked it up with the little gravel vacuum, you weirdo.
How would it be possible for Spoon to have a snail to keep him company?
I don't know. I haven't looked into snails because I don't know a lot about like aquatic snails and what they need. All that I know is what I've been like. I'm not usually going for streams, but there's this TikToker I like to go watch his streams because he mostly just points the camera at his aquarium and answers fish questions, and he has like some saltwater snails from what I remember, and they have a way of like, you know, getting behind stuff and getting into stuff that they shouldn't. So like if I got a snail, I'd have to worry about it like potentially crawling out of the tank or behind the filter or in places it shouldn't be. So I don't know, I'm a little nervous of introducing something like that. Though potentially they would be harder for Spoon to eat if he ever decided, hey, you look like food. Solar Moon Eclipse says, the fish tank filter sounds like someone is taking a relaxing leak. That's kind of exactly what's happening.
Now I have to peek.
You can take a minute. Only a minute, hurry up!
Nah, I can wait.
Freaking, in a way that's kind of what's happening. I mean, he might be peeing all the time. We have no way of knowing. All you ever know is when he poops. Though to be fair, I don't normally see him do that. I think he poops while I'm at work. Day says, well, this was fun. Yep, he's leaving now.
Wait, I just realized, why can we hear the fish tank? Is your RTX voice working? You know what? No, because you had all those mic issues a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. I think it's purely just Yeti picking up shit.
Charles wants to know, how hard is FNF for a first-time player? I'd imagine very.
Yeah, I wasn't any good at it. I was in the tutorial and barely getting through shit. I finally got through that Bo Burnham special everyone was talking about. A lot of good jams in there.
I just listened to the Carpool Critics podcast about the Bo Burnham thing, I believe.
Oh yeah, what they have to say?
I honestly can't remember at this point.
Well, I assume it was favorable, just like everyone else.
Yeah. I remember I was walking around playing Pokemon Go the entire time I was listening to it, so...
Freaking every Bo Burnham song out of that freaking special has become a meme of some kind.
Imagine Funk until winter wrap up.
God. Impossible.
Yeah, you know what song I would absolutely do at FNF? What You Need from Sonic Rush.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Actually, I need to play Sonic Rush for my YouTube channel at some point because that was my first Sonic game and it's my favorite by far. I need to figure out how to turn my DS into a ROM dumper.
I'm trying to think of a Sonic game that I have played. I've never owned one, but I've played a few. Oh my god. I really have just mostly watched Sonic anime. Or cartoons, I guess. Ronnie finished his set. If you guys were at Everfree Northwest, you missed Bronny rapping on stage, no doubt embarrassing himself. Oh, I like this. Charles B says, for a Bronny present, make a funkin' of his I Believe in a Thing Called Love cover. Oh, that would be a funny idea if I knew how to mod. Also, I'm not sure how that would work musically. Call me a noob, I don't know. I don't understand stuff. Solar Moon Clip says Friday Night Crochet. The less interesting spin-off. This is Saturday. Trust me, would Ronnie ever sing that on stage at a con? I Believe in a Thing Called Love. If he's gonna sing that stupid rap that he did tonight, he better do this one. So when Eclipse says, question for Princess Heather People Awesome, and the dude chatting with you in voice call, what is your favorite place to dine? Like our favorite restaurant? I like a few places. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. The first thing that came to my brain right now was the old Spaghetti Factory.
Error data not found.
If I'm in the mood for pasta, I will go to a Spaghetti Factory, but I don't have access to one anymore. It was a West Coast thing. I don't know, if I feel like getting a big burger or something, I like Red Robin. If I'm thinking...
Yum.
Yes, yum. If I'm thinking something more fancy, I really love the Stinkin' Rose, but there's only 2 locations, and they're on the West Coast yet again. If I want a pizza, my favorite place was back in California. It was called Dahlia's. They had a mean buffalo chicken pizza. I don't know if I have a favorite. It all depends on what I'm in the mood for. There was this buffet we went to called New Peking, and that was pretty good. I love dumplings.
So the thing with me is that I think I've said it before, but I am introverted almost to the point of isolationism. So I do not go to restaurants. I get dragged to restaurants. And I am not picky when it comes to eating. The only stipulation for me is really I have to be not allergic to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got that whole I can't eat chicken thing.
Mm-hmm.
People love chicken. Oh, we went to this place called Gators, and I got like this chicken Alfredo pasta they had. It's pretty delicious. Let's see. Someone says I went to one in Florida once. Specify that. Charles B says, are there Olive Gardens where you live? Yeah, I'm
Yes, there
certain
are.
there is. I'm pretty certain there is. I plan to take Bronny to a Red Robin's next week. It's going to be his birthday. And I've been meaning to take him out to one because, like, I had said, like, as soon as I get a job, I'll take you out to Red Robin's and get you, like, endless refills on root beer floats because they do that kind of thing. And I'm just like, I haven't been able to do that yet. Lack of time. A lot of other expenses came up, so we just haven't been going out. All that shit.
Solar Moon Clips says, best way to win a game of hide and seek, just shout Red Robins.
Yeah, wasn't that one of their commercials?
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm finishing it in my head, but I don't have the compulsion to go yum. Gosh, I could go for a Royale burger. I shouldn't want a burger. I made myself a double cheeseburger for dinner tonight.
Oh, I just found some gold on r/Tumblr.
What's that?
I think the Hamilton musical is objectively the funniest thing that could happen to that man's memory. Imagine dying of a gunshot wound infection in 1804 and learning from the afterlife that teenage girls in 2017 are drawing thousands upon thousands of images of you making out with your fellow congressmen because someone wrote a 2-hour rap opera about you. I like to imagine that Hamilton found a monkey's paw and wished to leave a legacy, and this is what happened to him.
That's pretty funny.
And so it responded, Hamilton the musical and the fandom is the exact thing that happens when you're not specific in a conversation with your genie.
You gotta be like, look, this is exactly what I want to happen. What is the dude's name so I can just call him by his name? Do you mean Emerald? Have I been talking to you this whole time and not saying your name? His name's Emerald.
Probably.
Emerald, like that gem from Minecraft.
That's exactly what my logo is based on.
Exactly.
Actually, what's funny is when I switched to that, if you guys look at my channel on YouTube right now, my current one is just a pixelated S. It looks like the cool S that everyone drew in, like, elementary school or whatever.
Yeah.
But my original logo was just the Minecraft Emerald that I drew lines on, which is currently my Discord logo because apparently it turned my screen when we were in voice calls neon green and it hurt everyone's eyes.
Yeah, we needed
But
that
it's
to
Minecraft
stop.
Emerald, and whenever anyone says, oh, your logo is the cool S, I'm like, no, it's not.
It's kind of the cool... It's like the Emerald and the Cool S had a baby. That's what it is. You're just gonna have
It's
to
more like
embrace
the
it.
Emerald impersonated the cool S without realizing it.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to embrace it, man. Charles B says, how much to get you to do a duet with Brawny at a con? I wasn't planning on doing that for money, but if you're paying, sure. I would probably accept almost any amount of money. Give me $20, please. $20 and I sing a song. Question for Emerald and Blossom. If you found a magic lamp with a genie in it, what would be your 3 wishes? Well, I would ask for not anything that would get me a rap opera. I think that would misrepresent me as a person. I don't know, probably the same things anyone else would wish for. I'd probably wish for wealth so I could pay off all these frickin' cat medical bills and car repairs. I'd probably ask for good health. Like, better than what I have. I mean, I'm not in terrible shape right now, but I'd like to be fit. And I'd probably... That's all I really want. Pay off my debts and be in good shape. I think we already live in a good house. Oh, if the genie could do something about getting rid of my hives, that'd be great. I have a few still. Making sure I don't get hives again. I probably will have to be specific with that, because then he'll, like, replace it with something else.
Yeah. Actually, that's the very serious question. Is this like the genie from Aladdin? Or is this like the genie from Disney's Aladdin? Or is this the douchebag genie?
The douchebag genie from the Fairly Odd Parents.
Well, not even that. There's a subreddit called the douchebag genie, where it's like, actually, it might not be a subreddit. It might have just been a Reddit post. But basically, you would make a wish, and then someone in the comments would have to corrupt your wish somehow.
Charles B. said, I still want to see you and Brawny double team a con as Chrysalis and Sombra Heather. That'd be great. I just gotta be able to afford to go to a con, and me and Brawny have to go to a con at the same time. He's Sombraing it up at Everfree, I'm pretty sure. Charles B. says, have you heard of a monkey's paw wishing thing? Yes, because that was a whole story. It was his own story that some guy brought back a monkey's paw from a distant country and left it with a friend of his. And he's like, yeah, if you have this, you can wish for something, and you get 3 wishes, but the wish always corrupts. So, like, him, the guy, and his wife, they're an elderly couple, and their son, who's a full-grown man, they are talking about it, and he goes like, well, Dad, what about you wish for enough money to pay off the house? What do you need, about, like, 110 pounds or something like that? And he goes, okay, like a joke, like, okay, I wish for 110 pounds. And the next morning, a wealthy man comes to their home after their son had left for work, and he says, I'm terribly sorry to tell you this, but your son, he got into an accident at the factory that he works at. And they're like, oh, is he in any pain? He goes like, no, I'm sorry, he passed away because this happened on our property. We're here to, like, pay our dues and stuff like that. And they're like, wait, how much? And they go, 110 pounds. Exactly as much as they needed to pay off the house. But their son is dead. So, but, like, the woman, the mother, is, like, so, like, emotionally, like, torn by this. She gets the monkey paw, and she wishes for their son to be back in the middle of the night. And they hear a knocking on the door. And the husband knows, no, this monkey paw's gonna fuck up this wish, and it's gonna be a freaking monster at our door. So, he's fighting with his wife, like, their door's already locked, and it's locked at the top, and the wife's wants to unlock the door to see her son again. And she's, like, trying to unlock it and stuff, and the guy grabs the monkey paw and goes, send him back. And they at the end of the story, like, they open the door and nothing's there because he sent it back. Really sad. Swordman Clips goes, what if the genie was Brawny? He probably would be fair about wishes unless you were a jerk. Swordman Clips says, Norm I think his name was, from Fairly Odd Parents, there was that genie. His name was like Norm or something. He was a jerk.
My 2 cents on if the genie was Brawny, I would be sure to put all my wishes through a lawyer first.
Oh, yeah. Solar Moon says, Emerald, do you remember the episode where Norm tries to make Crocker wish Timmy to go to Mars? Only for Timmy to wish it at the end of the episode.
Yep, and I remember that Norm royally screwed up in that episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
You remember how he royally screwed up?
I don't recall exactly.
He told Crocker that the wishing for infinite wishes thing wasn't exactly a rule. He just said that so he wouldn't be permanently indebted to people.
Yeah, because he just kept saying at the end of his wishes, like, I keep wishing for 3 more wishes.
Yeah, at that point, just wish for 30 more wishes.
Yeah, it got annoying. It's like, just freaking, I get it, 3 more wishes.
So Charles wants to know what you and I would do if we were transported to Equestria.
Learn how to fly and walk on 4 legs, probably.
Yeah, actually, there's a very serious question that needs to be asked in conjunction with this one. Do we end up as random ponies, or do we end up as our OCs?
Or do we end up as people?
That is also fair.
Not as important. Charles B says, "Oh, do you remember the Ben Stein Pixies?" I do, and they would weirdly rap.
Rusty Helm wants to know what my YouTube name is. It's Emerald Spencer, capital E, capital S, singular word.
Yeah. Oh, just put a message in the chat, and they'll be able to click on your name. Charles B says, in my head it was OCs, so as our OCs, well, I'd be a princess and living in the lap of luxury. Emerald would be some sort of demon, and, you know, he's just going to have to deal with that.
Well, not even just sort of demon. I don't even know how to fully describe my OC self, because I made myself absurdly powerful.
Just gonna destroy the world. Charles B says, did you ever see the live-action Fairly OddParents movies? Unfortunately, I saw the first one. Did they make more? I'm hoping not, and if they did, I don't want to hear about them. Ernev says, do you want me to share the link to your server? Thanks. Emerald's link? Don't share the link to my server. That's paid access.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to, at least.
But if you're talking about my server, it's public anyway, so knock yourself out.
Well, Charles B says, oh, Heather, now I see your OC trying to launch a coup against Celestia. I wouldn't do that. For one, that is way too much work for me. For two, Celestia would love me. For three, again, Princess Lap of Luxury. Why would I want to be the one actually in charge of things?
And four, my OC was adopted by Celestia, so I would have to fight Heather for that one.
Nah. That seems like way more effort than my OC would ever willingly expend.
Yeah, actually, little peek into my Daydream life, because I've been building on the same Daydream continuity for 7 years. Season 9 isn't canon to my universe, so Celestia is still on the throne, but it's myself, Celestia, Luna, and Twilight are all on the throne, and we just rotate out depending on what needs to get dealt with. And we got bored with standard rotations, so I made it so that we all just overthrow each other every time it's time for someone's shift to end.
It sounds much like effort.
Charles wants to know, would winning one of your plushies on eBay be enough to gain access to your Discord?
You know, I'd have to think about that. I don't know. I mean, like, I think only to get access to my server, my patrons only pledge $10 per post. But I think they end up paying a lot more than that each, just, like, per month. So I don't know. I'm trying to think if that'd be fair to my patrons or not, who paid to be there more, and they pay more frequently.
It would probably have to be temp access.
Yeah, like you get booted out after, like, I guess because if we bought a $30 plush, I would say I'd at least say that's like 3 weeks worth of Discord access because patrons pay $10 per post. So after those 3 weeks, you would get let out, but I don't really see the, I don't know, I don't see the fun in it. I don't know, I don't think.
I do know that some Discord servers allow people in for a trial period, and then that can lead to people deciding to sign on for the long haul.
That's an idea. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one more. Solar Moon Clips has Emerald message. Message for Emeralds. That's what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the FOP movie Wishology, where in one scene the robots swallow stereo and they start saying, destroy Timmy Turner? I do not believe I saw that one.
Yeah, that doesn't sound, I think I've heard of it, but I don't remember watching it.
The only Fairly OddParents movies I know I've ever seen are, definitely School's Out the Musical, because I had that one on DVD. I think the one where they introduced Poof was a movie, and definitely the Timmy Jimmy Power Hours.
Oh yeah, I've definitely watched those. I liked those. Aaron Davis says, do you have a bot set up to link your Patreon? No, my Patreon is in the description, so you should just be able to access it there.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube has chat bots.
The Magic Cupcake. I remember a Magic Cupcake. Did you hate the dog from
Oh,
Prince? You know, I didn't stay long enough to see why they suddenly had a freaking dog.
yeah, I only remember seeing the dog once. But the Magic Cupcake, I definitely remember that one.
Yeah, I remember it vaguely. Did you hear iCarly came back on Paramount Plus? I did hear that. I wasn't sure if I was going to watch it, because I remember iCarly. I did watch it when I was younger, and it was fun enough, but I don't know if I'd want to go back to it. How about the episode or movie where Dimsdale turns into Monkey World? I vaguely remember
That's
this.
the Magic Cupcake.
That is, I think that was too. I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, because I think the Magic Cupcake, it started with, obviously, Timmy. No, I don't think Timmy ever bit it. I forget who the first person was, but I know either the second or third was a monkey, and that's why it turned into Monkey World.
Oh yeah, like wasn't it the thing though with the cupcake is you took a bite of it to make the wish and the cupcake tasted really bad?
Yep.
That's the worst. Charles B says you missed when Timmy had to share Cosmo Wanda with a girl named Chloe. Oh yeah, I heard about that. It sounded dumb. Solar Moon Eclipse says Heather and Emerald remember the Gibby scene from iCarly. I remember it. I don't know if Emerald actually ever watched iCarly.
Oh, I watched iCarly, and I remember Gibby. And I definitely laughed when the Russian Badger made a Gibby reference in his most recent video.
Gibby!
Gibby! Actually, I have a Superman meme liked somewhere where it's the Gibby meme.
Freaking Gibby.
Look, up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Gibby!
The cupcake was a rule-free wish, and Timmy finished it off to get Cosmo and Wanda as his godparents again. Of course he did. Fun fact, the stunt double for Gibby actually broke 3 ribs from doing that stunt. Oh, that sucks.
I am not surprised in the slightest.
William Gannis pinged me to say, hi Heather, how was Brawny feeling today? I don't know. He's not here. I assume all right. They almost did a Gibby spin-off. The pilot was not picked up. Yeah, that, as a small joke, it was funny. I don't know if I'd want to watch a whole show. Remember Timmy's dad screams like a girl? Yeah, he did. And he was obsessed with being beautiful. You remember, like, the freaking beauty pageant episode?
I do not.
It's probably best you don't. Freaking one of, like, when Adam West had that one role on the show as Catman. Like, he was super into Timmy's dad. In that episode. Like, and Timmy's dad was trying to be like, I don't see why you guys can't realize that men can be beautiful too. Like, he wanted to enter that beauty pageant so bad. And he ended up winning. So that's fun. I think, yeah, it was Vicky who wanted to win and she was sabotaging everyone else. I forget what the prize was. Oh, it was to be mayor for a day.
So Solar Moon Clip says there was a dirty joke in one of the episodes where Timmy had a roll of toilet paper and says, "I'll be in my room and I don't want to be bothered for the rest of the day."
You know, as a I didn't, of course, not until I was older that I realized that was a masturbation joke. But for the longest time as a kid, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna go take a big old poop." I thought that was the joke.
Well, actually, this joke is being told wrong. The original way it happened was that the parents were watching TV, and the guy on the TV said, "Do your kids ever take a roll of paper towels up to their room and says, 'I'm going to be busy, so don't bother me'?" And then Timmy immediately runs by, "I'm just taking these roll of paper towels up to my room, so don't bother me." And both of his parents go, "Oh no!"
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't that also the episode where, like, they saw him just appearing with all these random things that they said had gone missing at a local supermarket, so they thought he was a shoplifter?
I do not know because I've only ever seen that clip of that episode.
Yeah, lots happened in that freaking show. Does Nick have any good shows these days? I don't know, man. I think SpongeBob got some of its OG writers back, so it's supposedly a little better these days. I don't know what Nickelodeon's doing anymore. I don't have cable.
I don't know if you already read it, but Charles says, "Remember when Sam's actress tanked the Sam and Cat spinoff?" As a fan of Sam and Cat, I did not like Cat for one simple reason. They overplayed her.
Isn't that typical?
And it was the same issue in later seasons of Victorious as well. Because if you notice, in the beginning of the show, she just sounds normal, but acts dumb. But by the end of the show, she's got this super Aryan, all over the place voice that I did not like in the slightest. Like, season 1 and 2, Kat just sounds like Ariana Grande. And later, I don't know who made that decision, but they need to be fired.
You watched way more Victorious than I did.
For a while, I got grounded for my electronics a lot when I was in high school and middle school, but high school specifically, I had a cable box in the downstairs. So they'd take away my laptop, my 3DS, my Wii U, etc., but I could still watch TV, so I just watched a lot of Nick reruns.
I think my show in, like, high school that I would always try to see every episode of, like, every week, was Star Wars The Clone Wars. And so that's what my friends knew I was obsessed with.
Yeah. I remember one time being at my grandfather's, I forget for what reason, but we were trying to watch a Star Wars The Clone Wars marathon, but they screwed it up. They just kept replaying the same first segment of a show on loop for an hour or so before we gave up and tried to watch something else.
Oh my god. How do you fuck up that bad?
I know. It's almost as bad as when they aired spoilers for the Season 6 finale of My Little Pony during the airing of the Season 6 finale.
How?
Did you know they did that?
No, I can't recall, because I would always just not pay attention and then catch it later on YouTube.
Yeah, it was in the Brodies React for it.
Oh my god.
Race Best went off on Hasbro.
Let's see, so I'm gonna Eclipse is quoting that famous Fairly Odd Parents line. "I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but asserting my authority as your father by coming in anyway." They did a Has Been Hotel version of that when it was Alistair. It's like, "Charlie, I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but asserting my authority as your business partner by coming in anyway," and just freaking rams the door open with Angel. Do you remember Codename Kids Next Door? Yeah, that was a good show.
Very good show.
The creator was trying to do more with, like, the Galaxy Kids Next Door or something like that. It's a shame that didn't go anywhere.
Hmm.
Man, we are just like doing just a lot of do you remembers from Solar Moon.
Yeah. Well, I'm still scrolling r/Tumblr, seeing if I can find anything funny here.
The Galactic Kids Next Door. Yeah, they had a whole animatic
Or was it?
for that.
Ah, there's a real good one I found. I have a friend who is dyslexic, and one time he said, I put the sexy in dyslexia, and he waited for like 30 seconds and just went, fuck.
Yeah, buddy. You're dyslexic, alright.
And someone just responded with hashtag Percy Jackson.
Why did that make me laugh?
Because it's true.
I don't even know anything about Percy Jackson!
Actually, there was a post on Tumblr like last week or so where someone was talking about how they hate or the only reason they like Big Bang Theory is because just saying Bazinga was like throwing a flashbang into a room, and someone said that has about the same it has the same power as every pony, and someone made a dragon shout, "Hello, every pony, Bazinga!" And then someone said and then I commented on it and said, "Actually, every pony is culturally insensitive to dragons, changelings, hippogriffs, yaks, griffins, and breezies. We say every creature now." I think it has like 100 upvotes.
Oh my god.
And someone else was like, "Man, why can't people just say, or why didn't My Little Pony just say everybody?" And like, they had a flaming bigot in charge of their education system. It was probably some form of horse supremacy. And so it's like, "Are you serious?" And someone else responded, "Yes, he's serious. Here's an equine supremacist unicorn." And they linked to a picture of Naysay.
Yeah, he was in charge. Oh shit. Probably was agenda. Charles B says, so is Fim no longer canon in the Gen 5 world? There's no way to say that for sure. If anything...
They have confirmed that Friendship is Magic is canon because the new generation is in the future of the same Equestria. The question is how far in the future.
So, like, potentially, the main 6 are like a legend or something now.
Yeah, one thing I heard being thrown around was that maybe it's 1,000 years in the future, but that hasn't been officially confirmed.
I wonder if that means there's no alicorns now. Like, where are they?
Maybe.
Give me alicorns or give me death!
I mean, the unicorns don't have magic, so...
Alicorns took all the magic.
Charles wants to know if we've seen or heard of Luca.
I've heard of it. I see it everywhere, but I haven't watched it. I'm not very interested. Looks like mermaid stuff.
I've passively seen some of it through Super Carlin Brothers.
Does it look good?
Yeah. I mean, everything Pixar does is quality.
Yeah, that's true. It's 2,000 moons later, says Honeydrop. How much is 2,000 moons?
Years? About 167 years.
Well, that's not super long.
Yeah, I'd say that's about reasonable.
Solar Moon goes, I apologize if that's a bother, Princess. Bringing back past shows. It's no big deal, I don't care. It's cool. Brandon's sending me videos of a whole bunch of cats. I have to watch those later.
Charles wants to know if becoming an alicorn makes you immortal. I don't know about immortal. It's certainly very long-lived. I think ponies naturally live for hundreds of years anyway.
Yeah, freaking ask Granny Smith. She's a goddamn settler and she's still alive.
Unless you subscribe to Silverquill's theory that she's a Highlander.
She's what?
A Highlander.
Oh, wow. She could be.
Well, that's a funny thing to scroll on to.
What is it?
It's just the Tumblr thing. I'm missing like half the conversation here, and I don't know where to find it. But it starts with someone saying, "They bucked." It's also implied that Rainbow and Applejack are wives. Someone replied to someone saying that, saying Applejack can do better. And the last one says, "Unfortunately, yes, Pinky canonically bucks with Weird Al's Pony Soda, nonetheless."
And they had a baby. Oh, what about my girl Rarity? Why does no one think of her? The only time Celestia got hurt on the show was at Canterlot Wedding and from T-Rex. Now she got hurt during when Luna was trying to take over as Nightmare Moon. Remember, she like struck her out of the sky and shit, and she fell through a gosh dang building.
Hey, there is a way we could bump your watch time, because you have that scene clipped.
I do.
It keeps getting thrown to my recommendeds for whatever reason.
Yeah, I get a like from it every occasion. You know, the only reason I uploaded that one clip was because I wanted to watch just that one clip, but all I would see was like either something that had the entire episode or not all the parts that I wanted. So I ended up just downloading the whole episode, cutting that part, and putting it online. So I'm like, I want this clip to be available, and no one has it.
So the link I just threw in chat of that scene.
Uh-oh. Did my stream go weird for a second?
I don't know. Did it?
Yeah, like I got an error message for a sec that said Creator Studio offline, but then I refreshed it and it got back. Okay, well I guess as long as there's not still a problem, we're good.
I backed it up on rewatching it. I cannot see any indication that the stream itself had something weird.
Alright, that's fine then.
Also, Charles B says, FIM missed an opportunity. They should have done an episode where all of Equestria found out that AK Yearling is daring do.
Yeah, I mean, what would really come of that episode? They'd just be like, oh my god, everything she's ever done is real. Wow, so cool. Then what?
Oh, hey, you've heard of alphabet soup. Now get ready for Times New Ramen. And someone replied, I said this to my mom and she got so mad at me, she sent an audio recording of her yelling.
Post it or it didn't happen.
Charles is asking if you remember when your OC had a mustache in a Brawny video.
That was
I
my
don't know what
OC.
you're talking about. That was Prince Hector.
That was Prince Howie Bud. Thank you. And he was a fine, handsome young stallion, and who knows where he is today.
You know, it would be really funny if Kichi used that OC as her boyfriend.
Does Kichi have a thing of using fake boyfriends?
I don't know, but I'm just thinking it'd be funny because Brawny told me one, or I think I floated the idea of a female Brawny once, and Brawny just said, that's Kichi.
Oh yeah, and her boyfriend is just me with a mustache. It's like, yeah, the parallel universe matches up. I made a female version of Brawny. I forget what I called it. I might have called it Beauty Buck or something like that. I drew her in a cute dress and then in a sailor suit. I gave her short curly hair and made her wear hats because she also has a receding hairline that is not abundantly obvious.
Oh, I just found like a gold mine on Tumblr. Apparently there's an important episode of football on this weekend. Yes, the football fandom is going nuts. Lots of cosplaying going on. Tickets to the con are outrageous though.
Charles B. asks, was Prince Hector your idea or Brawny's for the video? His name is Howie, or is Hector Howie short for Hector? I would not know. But, yeah, I think it was my idea, because, oh yes, there were two ideas. Brawny had an idea, because this was the beginning of Sisterhood Social. And Brawny had an idea where, like, I tried to compete in a three-legged race with him because none of my sisters were in town. And I did mine, which I feel like is a trope that's been used before, that, like, you think a person, like, you think someone is a person you already know in a very bad disguise, but then that person shows up and it's just like, hey, who's this person? And it's just like, what? But, yeah, he ran that by a few people, and everyone agreed that my bit was funnier, so we went with it. Charles B. says, make Equestria Girl versions of you and Brawny. I think he asked me to do that, actually. He might have asked me to do that, and I gotta do that.
Solar Moon Clips is asking if Twilight is still around G5. We do not know yet.
How would we know? Honey Drop goes Bella Buck. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one. Rusty Helm, Heather's alter ego. Howie, you are an elusive man. I think I just thought the whole thing was so ridiculous and funny that I kept the vector of my OC with a mustache, and I put, like, I looked up bachelor pad on Google Images, and, like, I just found, like, a swanky looking penthouse that had a stripper pole in the middle of the living room, and I just used that and put my vector in front of it and had that as a wallpaper. It's like, oh yeah, my male counterpart is a stud. Chelsea says, oh, imagine G5 versions of you and Brawny's OC, Heather. And I guess that would just be the same thing, but CG, huh?
Oh shoot, that's right, the entire Brody fandom's gonna have to start doing 3D OCs.
Fuck, I can't do this, man. I just got good enough at 2D shit.
Oh man, my OC would crash my computer.
Gotta freaking go back to basics, bruh.
So I think I said this before the stream, but I was telling Heather that every single feather on my wings is an individual crystal.
Yeah. forget why we were talking about it. We were talking about plushies. We were talking about plushies and how, like, I made one of myself a while ago, and I think it's just good and fine. But I really want an OC, like, an OC plush that, like, everyone else has that's, like, the big felt ones. Like, Sweetie has one that she brings to cons, and I think that, like, Civil Girl got it for her, and it was, like, over $200 or something for it. And, like, for mine, it'd probably be more expensive because it's an alicorn, so it has wings and a horn, and it has a bunch of regalia. Like, it has the shoes, the necklace, the crown, all of it. It's got the whole thing. So I don't know if I'll ever actually get myself it, but it's something I consider.
Charles wants to know about pictures of my OC. I will have to find a way to share it. I'm sure I could do it through Google Drive. Let me triple check.
Yeah, make sure what the link is that people can view and not edit.
Definitely.
You know, there was, when you were in the Rift, there was like a Rift Google Drive where everyone's OC vectors were stored. I don't know why people did this, because it just gave everyone free access to everyone else's vectors so they could do anything they wanted with. And that's how I would do those pointless filters with Bronny's OC in it. And, like, I wouldn't even ask him half the time. I would just keep doing it, and he would mostly be okay with it because it was still kind of funny. Like, I think the first one I put Bronny in was, like, the Circle Teen pointless filler. And I did the freaking, like, the only critique he had was that, like, if you're gonna keep stealing my OC to do shit with, like, you gotta get better at editing. And I'm like, that's what makes it funny, though. Has this gotten much longer?
Alright, so that's that folder set up.
Charles B's asks, is Rift Cafe still a thing? I don't think the Rift Cafe is. I think the Secret Rift is still a thing. I don't know how active it is. I'm actually in that Discord group, but all I ever do is plug my live streams and stuff in there, so I don't know. I think some people still go along with the setting and stuff, but I don't know.
Alright, I have shared a link in the chat that is every PNG of my OC that I have handy.
No one go nuts with this stuff. And do not steal.
Yeah, definitely no stealing because I have the vector.
Vector of destruction.
Okay, my Google Chrome is bugging out right now.
Oh. How bad?
My VPN says I'm in New York City, but for some reason opening an incognito window has everything in Russian.
You're a Russian spy. I knew it! It's okay, I kind of would just give up if Russia was trying to spy on me. I'd be like, what do you want to know? What do you want? Crosby's Rift Cafe server public access? I don't know. I think you gotta know who to ask. I don't remember how I got in. I think someone just was like, Heather, you want to join? And I'm like, okay. They just put me in because I technically count as a creator. I pretty sure it was used to be for mostly just analysis people, but I think they just started letting in people who are artists and shit and just kind of do stuff. Charles B says, "Oh, Emerald, your crazy eyes would be perfect for looking at Heather's OC demon eyes." Does that mean... What's that fucking Bo Burnham joke about eye contact? How does it go?
It's in. I think it's out for a second. Did I miss anything?
I'm trying to think of that meme. Something, eye contact, something, eye contact, something, eye contact. How does it go? Freaking. You know what? Just look it up real quick. Fucking ads. Prolonged eye contact. 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 Oh, Charles B says you need to see if Bo Burnham was in the MLP video. Don't you mean the freaking... I know what video you're talking about because that video is not new. It is in fact very old. Wasn't it made by that one guy who animated the Rainbow Dash versus Sonic video of just them racing, and then it turned into Amy versus Pinkie Pie and Twilight versus Tails? I think Applejack.
Are we talking Animated James?
Animated James! That's his name. Yeah, he made that video. Or was it the one guy? That other guy. Pimations or something. It was one of those two.
You know, Amy versus Pinkie Pie was the first Brony anything I think I had ever seen.
God, I can't remember the first piece of Brony fan work I ever saw. I remember my first MLP episode, but as for fan content, gee, I don't know.
I think my first MLP episode might have been the season 2 premiere part 2. The first one I know for sure was Equestria Girls.
Animated James. He got out of the fandom. Forget.
Yeah, that channel is now a discontinued channel.
Yeah, it is. I remember. Because he had other stuff he tried to start, like C Students, but that never went anywhere. Isn't that just typical? There's like a million, like, pilot, half-started episodes by independent animators on this freaking site. Stretch. Yeah, I should probably do that. My crochet, no! Okay. I always look up and I can see my webcam feed and I just see the empty hallway and I just expect there to be someone at some point. I'm psyching myself out.
My brain glazed over. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I could see my webcam feed and I just see the empty hallway in the back and I'm just like, man, you're just expecting someone to pop out of there at any moment. But no one's gonna. Let the tension eat you up.
If I do see someone in that hallway, I'll be very concerned. But I'm scrolling through Reddit, so I'm not going to see anything. So, chat, you'll need to keep an eye out for us.
Dude, like, you started that sentence really weird. Like, I thought you were saying, like, I do see someone in the hallway, and I'm like, fucking who? Spencer? Jesus, are you just telling me about it now?
Just for some reason, Brawny somehow pops out of the shadows, even though he's on the other side of the country.
I'm gonna have a lot of questions. Like, for one, is this a changeling? Do I call the cops or an exorcist? Which is it?
You look in the sink, see Brawny's face. I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Oh my god.
Did you see that blew up on TikTok?
What was it?
SCP-2316, I believe it is.
2016?
Basically, it is a lake somewhere. The data was redacted that you would see corpses floating on the water, and it's a cognito hazard SCP. So it would trick you into thinking that you recognize the bodies in the water. So you would rush in to try to help them, and then it would take over your brain and make you think that you were a corpse too.
And then you eventually become a corpse.
I do not know. That's the scary part.
That's the only thing that makes sense. And I gotta get back to listening to the Volgan's SCP videos. I always found those pretty cool.
Actually, I think I first learned about that SCP because I saw a Markiplier TikTok on the SCP subreddit about it.
Really? Does Markiplier have a TikTok?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I guess everyone does now. I found Jonathan Young on there. Do you ever see the freaking Jonathan Young collab with Ninja Brian?
I do not think I've seen either of those channels.
Ninja Brian is from Ninja Sex Party, like from Dan from Game Grumps. Though Ninja Brian is not Dan, he's just part of the same band. But Jonathan Young, oh man, I don't know what your type of music is, but they're like, well, Ninja Sex Party kind of sticks to the 80s sounding stuff, and Jonathan Young is freaking metal. But I listened to that song and I'm like, this feels incredibly Ninja Sex Party. Like, there's some good riffs in there, but that felt so Ninja Sex Party. Someone says, your mind's in a FNAF state. And I'm like, what does that mean?
It means that you're geared up as if you're in a Five Nights at Freddy's scenario.
Oh, like I'm edgy. I think it's Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion already.
Are there any spookies that would match the situation you're in?
I don't know.
Maybe Specimen 3? That one jumps from holes in the ceiling.
We don't have holes in this ceiling. Except in the living room.
Well, they're like holes that you'd be able to crawl through. I think it chews them itself.
Nah. We ain't got none of that.
I think video games aren't really the violent child corrupting threat some parents worry they are, and certain circles of gamer culture are incredibly toxic and can lead people down dangerous / hasteful ideological rabbit holes are ideas that can absolutely coexist. Artificial violence is not actually a corrupting influence, but hanging out with assholes sure is. The real corruption was the friends we made along the way.
Indeed. We're getting there. We're getting there. No, this is not just a weird banana.
You sure? Because it looks like a weird banana to me.
Oh, it's not a banana, it's white. There's no white bananas.
The insides of bananas?
Touche. But facts remain, it's not a banana. It might look an awful lot like a banana, but it is not. Freaking get this thing on!
So remember how earlier in the stream I was talking about doing custom shells for Joy-Cons?
Yeah.
Well, I forgot to mention, I picked up a really cool pair of Joy-Cons, official from Nintendo, that I will never do custom shells on because they're already so cool.
Which one is
Do you have any idea which pair of Joy-Cons I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was just about to ask which ones are they, because I have no idea.
The Legend of Zelda ones.
Oh, well, of course, Legend of Zelda already had a great aesthetic. I actually wanted to get, like, a Switch case that was, like, Legend of Zelda based and stuff, but I didn't get it. And the reason I didn't get it at the time was that, like, I don't play enough Legend of Zelda. Why should I have a Legend of Zelda case just for aesthetic? Like, I'm still like that even now. Like, I'm not gonna get, like, something that's from a franchise I have devoured no content of. Because that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm gonna wear, like, a shirt from frickin', I don't know, what's something I don't watch. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, I think I've watched, like, almost a season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I do not know enough about it to count me as a fan and to wear this shit, because then I just have no idea what I'm doing.
I definitely can't say that's my mentality.
Oh, yeah, what's yours?
I have this thing here. It's a Switch game holder that can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. It can hold 18 game carts and a pair of Joy-Con wrist straps. And it's apparently based on the magazine for a certain kind of sci-fi gun. But I have no idea what franchise it's from even. I just bought it because it's cool and functional.
Dude, like, what are you gonna say if someone goes like, "Oh my god, I love that series. Don't you love that series?" You have the accessories, and you're gonna be like, "Oh no, I just bought it for aesthetic." They're gonna be disappointed because now you can't talk
Well,
about that.
I didn't even really buy it for aesthetic because it's black and red. I would much prefer it to be black and green, but no, I just bought it because, hey, having an 18 Switch card holder along with a place to put my Joy-Con wrist straps, I can't really beat that.
Yeah, I guess that's.
Actually, you know what? I don't even think I bought it. I just left it on my Amazon wish list and my parents bought it.
Oh, there you go. Oh gosh. I have just enough Switch games, like physical copies of Switch games, that like I have just enough space in the case that I have to carry all the games. But I've been looking at getting like a holder, and I found some on Etsy that I like that are like shaped like, you know, like the old style Pokédexes like this, but you open it and it's like cases for games.
Those are cool. I think I have one saved that looks like the Master Sword.
Yeah.
Where can I find... Oh, I have one really cool one on here that I forgot about.
Hold on, Rusty Helm has a question for both of all. What part of equestrian lore that you'd want to explore more in depth? I probably want to explore more about alicorns because, like, you know,
Same.
yeah, because like, what the hell was up with that? I guess that also would be like in the origins of Luna and Celestia. Like, what's going on there?
If I had to pick something different from Heather, I think it would definitely be the eventual fate of Applejack's parents.
Yeah, I want to know how that happened. How they die.
But yeah, also, I just found something amazing I forgot about on my Etsy wish list. It is a 3D Pokeball that you can dock your Switch in, holds 5 games, holds an amiibo, and 2 Joy-Cons.
Jesus.
But it's $110.
Okay, well, baby, we ain't made of money.
This is one of the reasons I want a 3D printer, so I can print stuff like this.
That's the stuff right there. Though I imagine it'd be very awkward to hold.
Oh, what, the Pokeball?
Yeah.
Well, it's not meant to be a portable Switch case, it's supposed to be a Switch dock.
I'm seeing scenes from freaking Everfree. Rusty Helm asked, how does a 3D printer even work?
It lays down layers of plastic.
Lots of layers of plastic. Oh, it's last 9 minutes of the stream. Last 9 minutes in the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns? Please bring them now. For hold your silence till next stream.
Well, this is something I had never foresaw.
Mm.
I have had some of these items on my Etsy lists for so long that they're gone. Like, the listing isn't even there anymore.
Oh, that's happened to me a few times. I'm always adding stuff on my wish list and leaving it there for extended amounts of time.
It doesn't even say, like, this item is deleted. It just says there's nothing here, when the list says, oh yeah, there's 20 items here.
That shit. Sorry, Twilight. Putting my feet where you lay.
Aaron says he can't seem to log out to Minds or Medium. That's weird.
You didn't have an account for either of those things. Yeah, there you go. Doesn't have an account with you.
Alright. Well, Aaron, if you don't have an account for either, go ahead and use that link I just threw in chat, and you can sign up for one. Well,
Yeah.
for a Minds account anyway. I don't have Medium.
Yeah, I don't. This is the first I'm hearing of some place called Medium.
Yes, I've heard of it, but not super well.
There's too many social medias.
Indeed.
Last 5 minutes of the stream. Last 5 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please bring them up now. For rolls of silence until the next stream. Rusty Helm says, so y'all were talking about Switch earlier. What Switch games do you like playing? I play a lot of Skyrim on Switch, which is funny, but I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I got Pokemon Sword. I have Breath of the Wild, but I haven't played all of it yet. I got Pokken. I loved Pokken. It was really fun. That was one of the first games I got on Switch, so I had a great time with Pokken. And what else do I play? I got Castle Crashers on there. I got ports of other games on there is what I did. I love Castle Crashers so much. I love it so much that I have it on my Xbox. and I wanted to play it on PC, so I got it on PC, and I wanted it on my Switch, and so I bought it on Switch. Like, just 3 separate transactions, just because I like that game so much.
As for me, Mario Kart and Pokken Tournament were my first 2 Switch games. I bought them the same time I bought my Switch. I've been playing Let's Go Eevee a lot, but that's just because of the way I do inventory management with Pokemon Go. I love Pokemon Sword. I actually have an episode of it that I've recorded but not edited, and I need to do more of that. I've been playing Pokemon Unite lately. That's fun.
Pokemon Unite? Oh, is that the new game I keep seeing?
Yeah, it's like League of Legends but Pokemon.
That's weird. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yes, they did, because you said it before I could mute my mic.
Yeah.
Aaron Davis says he's been playing a lot of Super Smash Brothers. God, I am not good at those games, fam, let me tell you.
I have Smash for the Wii U. I also had Brawl. I played a decent amount of both of them, but Smash just isn't really my thing. Teen Horse Girl movie where the horse dies an hour in, and the second half is the girl learning occult science to reanimate so she can win the big derby. Necroprancer. Tagline: You can't beat this dead horse.
That feels like a horse version of Frankenweenie. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
I saw the OG short film that Tim Burton directed that was live action, but then they came out with like, was it stop motion? I didn't get to see that one, but I wanted to.
Which one?
A Frankenweenie of the, I think it was a stop motion one they did too.
Yeah.
That shit got forgotten real quick.
There was I think Frankenweenie and Paranorman came out around the same time, and I mixed those two up for a while.
Oh yeah. Well, they both had undead stuff in it. Where's Kitty?
Undead stuff, stop motion.
Where's Kitty? Where is Kitty?
I hear cute little loud meow.
Here, Kitty. Where is she?
Oh, I can see her poor front legs. She looks like she's wearing Uggs.
Oh my god, so she's white? Color me surprised. Look at her little face. It's the most precious thing in the world. The most precious thing in the world. What are you thinking, Kitty? Oh, the stream's over. That's what she's thinking. It's 12 o'clock, guys. I guess she came by to make her one-time appearance, to make it all worthwhile. Yes, this is what we're for.
Hell, Brandon, you're just in time to end the stream.
Hey, Brandon.
Oh, hell.
We were just...
Oh, yeah, dude.
I was just about to thank the Patreons. I'll take this minute to thank my patrons. They are Emerald Spencer, DJ Skywalker, Aaron Davis, Filmer Brony. And is that everyone? Oh my god. Yes. I believe that was everyone. If you'd like to become them and support the show, and support the Widow Kitty, you can go ahead to the link in my description and join the Patreon today for as little as $10 per post. You can get into the Discord server with the rest of us, or as little as $2 per post. You will get your own Kazoo cover. There's slow times coming, but you know, When they come out, they come out, and they come out pretty freaking hard, let me tell you that. If you feel like just making us a one-time donation, the PayPal link is also in my description. You can give me any amount you feel like I'm worth. No negative numbers, please. And with that, let's say goodnight in alphabetical order. Brandon, you weren't here the entire time, but you start with a B, so you go first.
Have a good night.
Emerald, you next.
Have a good night, everyone.
Say goodnight, kitty. Say goodnight. Say goodnight.
She gave you a little purr. And good night, everybody. I was pretty sleepy this stream, so sorry if I wasn't as conversational as normal. But I appreciate you all coming in and trying to have a good conversation with us. And with that, I wish you all a good night. Bye-bye.